welcome to the Stealthy Crafter. I'm Jessica, and today we have a Wip Chat. If you're new here and you don't know what Wip stands for, it stands for Work in Progress. And what normally happens during a Wip Chat is you can bring out your own whips, or you could do like chores, sit on the couch, do whatever it is you want to do while you listen to me ramble about what's been going on in my during my week. With that being said, let's get started, shall we? So I hope you guys are doing well today. It is a very cool rainy day right now. It's been raining all day, and as much as I am glad for the rain because that means that my allergies aren't going to be as crazy, I do feel bad for my goodness, my daughter and my son. Words are really hard lately. Let me figure out what color I want to do, and then we'll get started on this. I'm about two and a half rows left on this project, and I'm pretty excited about being done on this soon. I do apologize for not updating as much as I want to. Like I've been saying, the kids, they've been bringing home germs, like just illness after illness. Every time I think that we've made it and gotten out of the sickness circle, we get pulled back in. And I would be concerned about it if not for the fact that my neighbors are having it just as bad as I am, if not worse. They have my neighbor next to me. She has a kid that goes to daycare, and she works at daycare along with being a substitute teacher. And then she has her kids at the daycare after they finish school, and then my neighbor across the street has a kid in daycare, and then her other kid, who's a pre-K, also goes to daycare half the time too. So they just bring home all sorts of nasty little germs. But so they get sick way worse than I do. But it's just not a fun thing. In fact, Nicole got sick yesterday. She was sick yesterday, and we had to keep her home, and which kind of pushed my schedule back. It's been a busy week this week. I'm actually surprised I had time to get a Wip Chat done. In fact, this is my second attempt, so I'm surprised that I had time to do a second try. Don't know how long this will be, though. But I do hope everyone's doing okay. Let's see. This week's going to be a busy week. Today is my twins' birthday, Michael and Jaina. They're turning 8. I'm so proud of them. They're so cute. And we couldn't really do much today because they have a field trip at school, and I feel bad for them because it's been pouring all day, and the field trip's supposed to be all outdoor activities. So I hope that they're not getting too soaked. I know that they're getting like ponchos and things like that, but I just feel bad because, they're supposed to do like things like kayaking and things like that, and they're not going to be able to do that. I'll probably talk about that a little bit later. Let's see. This has a lot of trash drills. Goodness. I noticed that this white has a bunch of the trash drills. In fact, let me see if I can pull this out. This is like all my trash that I got right now, and it's mostly the white, and then some of it's just like leftover bits that I find and I just kind of fling over there. But oh yeah, by the way, I'm wearing my wrist brace again. I have to have it on both hands this time. Only because I have been like having the worst pain in my wrist, and it's not because of the rain. It's been going on for the whole week. And goodness, that's another trash drill. And it's been driving me insane. I couldn't carry anything at all. Can't even hold my coffee cup very well unless I'm wearing the braces. I have to like hold it with both hands and hope I don't drop it. Speaking of, I had to take a sip. So yeah, last week was it was a week where I was trying to attempt to do diamond painting. I was trying to do videos, but my voice actually gave out on me last week. I couldn't talk. And it's so frustrating because like I have things I want to do. I want to do stuff, and then it's just like my voice just completely cuts out during the video, and I'm just like, well, that's a waste of a video. um, so, and then of course, I had, let's see, I think 2 kids sick during the week, and I had to keep track of them, and it sounds like there's a low, if you hear any noise, it sounds like it's a low flying plane that's going over. Um, I thought it was someone mowing the lawn. I'm like, why would someone mow the lawn when it's pouring outside? There are weirder. Let's see. But yeah, it's just been like one of those things where I can't wait for summer vacation. As much as I hate how hot it is, it means that there won't be as many illnesses in the household because the kids are home. I know it sounds so bad. My husband, he's gotten the brunt of it right now. He's very miserable. He's like he's so stuffed up right now, the poor guy. But he's been helping out a lot. I've been really appreciative because of, like, even though he's not been feeling the greatest, he's been helping out with getting the kids ready for stuff and everything. And like last week, not last week, I think it was after my last Whip Chat, after I told everyone that I got my haircut, the Nicole and Michael wanted to get their haircuts as well. And he wasn't feeling the best, but he did take them to get their haircuts. So Nicole got her haircut really short. I probably mentioned that, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I should probably watch my old Whip Chats just to make sure I got caught up. But anyway, I'm not happy with Michael's haircut too much, but it's starting to grow on me. I think that they could have done a little bit better on his, but beggars can't be choosers. But yeah, his haircut looks like it needed to just be blended a little bit more. It doesn't look completely covered. Like it looks a little misshapen in my opinion. But they're enjoying their hairstyles. Jaina is enjoying the fact that I bought her a bunch of hair clips because she didn't really want a haircut. She wanted one just for the sake of being included, but she didn't really want her hair cut short, and we didn't really want to spend the money for like just cutting an inch of hair. So I got her hair clips instead to put her bangs away from her face, and she can still, do cute hairstyles and everything like that. And I said if she actually wants to get a haircut, we will come by later on to do that for her. This week's also been like, I've gone a little bit overboard with spending money on diamond paintings and diamond painting supplies. I have an enabler who encourages me, and even though I go, yeah, she's encouraging me, I do it just as much as to her as well. Dragon Wings and I just like chit chat all the time, like, and we'll like, look at this, and we'll just like link or send a picture of a tray, pens, diamond paintings, whatever, and then we're like, oh, must have. And then of course one of us will go, you should do it. And I've been talked into it a little too often this last month, so I'm gonna have to scale it back, especially since I gotten new trays. I gotten like a couple new trays from Bellart and Nicole, and a couple of diamond paintings and some putty. In fact, got some diamond paintings and putty coming in today. I'm excited about that. The putty I ordered almost 2 weeks ago. It's finally coming in. And then I couldn't help myself with the diamond paintings. I was like, the week before I ordered diamond paintings, and I was just like, okay, that's it for now. And then last weekend I was just like, I gotta get more. And my favorite artist is Chrisabug. So I mean, like, they showed like the Leo Chrisabug. I'm like, okay, Leo's not my sign, but I need that. And then they show out the next sneak peek, which was Venus, from Roy Trin, and I'm like, I gotta have that too because it's a Sailor Scout. You can't do this to me, Diamond Art Club. Oh my god. And I was like, I was going, should I get both? Should I get one? What do I get if I can only get one? And then I asked my husband, I'm like, can I have both? He's like, both. Both is good. So I was allowed to get those two. And then I also got like the fairy friend. So it's like a little tiny bite-sized thing. And which was funny because I just bought one from off Amazon, like from their storefront. The nap time one from Randall Spangler. So I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm completely done. I'm not buying anything else. Especially since like right after all this, I gotten a message from my dentist saying that my crown has come in for my implant, and then they dropped a bombshell on me like I owe more money. I'm like, you already took $1,800 from me, and I know that there was a chance of that I would have to maybe pay a little bit more afterwards, but I'm not expecting dropping another $1,300. So now it's like, ugh. I'm not looking forward to that discussion because at the end of this week I'm actually going in for a dentist appointment for a dental cleaning for something completely else. So I know they're going to bring that up, and I'll make the appointment, but I'm going to be like, I can't do that until, I can't make the appointment. Like, I can't pay until the day of the appointment, and I'm going to push that appointment as far as I can. Sorry. As far as I can, so until we can save the money for it, because it's just like we got a lot of things going on at once, especially since we weren't expecting something like that, and used our refund for a brand new TV. So it's just like, well, crud. And we needed a new TV. It's just, we wanted to get a nice, well, I say I want it. I say we want it. It's more my hubby wanted a nicer new TV, and a bigger one too. I'm just like, at this point, just get a projector. And he and I bickered about it. He's like, you just want more diamond paintings. That's all why you keep getting grumpy about it. I'm like, dang right, I want more diamond paintings. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Sorry guys, I will try not to cough near the mic. I am not completely over this thing. Whatever it is, it just wants to sit and stay, and it's just aggravating. But yeah, so I'm gonna take another sip of coffee because so yeah, I think I mentioned before that we were taking the kids to the doctor, of Michael and Jana. Well, we're taking all three of them, but it was Michael and Jana's appointment last, was it last? No, not yet. Yeah, last week. They went to see their pediatrician. We had paperwork filled out from both us and the teachers for their ADHD evaluation. And I wasn't able to go because Nicole was she was being a bit of I wouldn't say, she was being selfish. She was being as a teenager does. And she wanted to see her friend because she hasn't seen her friend. Her and her friend has slowly stopped going over to each other's places as much. So she didn't get to see her friend almost all weekend. Then that Monday, and then it was I think it was a Tuesday when we left to go see the doctor after school, and she's just like, I want to go see my friend. It's not fair, blah, 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 like that kind of stuff. And she got to go with her friend, and I had to stay behind. So my husband took care of the whole thing. He took Michael and Jana to the doctor, and they had a nice discussion about everything. It took forever. They did not get home until almost close to 7:30, almost 8 o'clock, and just trying to get everyone ready for bed. and schoolwork and stuff like that afterwards was just so much work, especially since traffic was just horrendous. So but anyway, I'm rambling as I do. um the doctor, he was really nice. He's always knowledgeable, and I love him so much. That's why I refuse to switch doctors at all. He's a bit of out of the way, which is why another reason why it takes so long. But I refuse to go to the clinic that's near us, because they never could fit Michael and Jaina in, and it was always just a nurse whenever it was like for their shots and stuff like that, or like, so I couldn't really talk to the pediatrician that was assigned to them at all. I never got to see them, so I was just like, I don't care. I want to go back to the one that I know, because he always makes time for Nicole when Nicole went to see him. So, and he was my husband said that he was really nice, and he doesn't like just talk to the parents. He talks to the kids too. He like gets down on their level and explains what's happening. And like, I've seen such a difference, like how he acted when they were babies, toddlers, and now like with young children, and then of course with Nicole being an almost teen, like how he treats them like in different stages. And I just really appreciate him so much, because he's such a great doctor. But anyway, he confirmed, he actually said that according to, if we went with the teacher's notes, the scoring that they put down shows that they didn't have ADHD, although the notes that they written indicate yes. And then he goes with, but what my husband and I did when we scored them, when we did the 1 through 5 stuff with it, we actually put a lot more details and notes and stuff like that, and helped out a little bit. So he says yes, they definitely have ADHD. Also, he's in some anxiety as well. So he prescribed them some medicine to get them started, and he wanted us to get a therapist or a counselor for them. To help them, especially with Michael and his fears. Michael's been dealing with a lot of fears, and he said, and he was telling us that usually if you have I'm new to it. But I'm not. But with all this, because my family has issues like this with ADHD and things like that. Although like I said, my parents was basically discipline instead of actually doing anything like to help with the problem with my sister. So, and I found out that a couple of my cousins have it. So it's just like so I'm aware of it, but it's just like I want to do better and make sure I'm more knowledgeable about this. So I've been starting to read up more what all the links, what the doctor sent me and everything. But we're gonna be taking care of him, and I'm gonna have to change some of my parenting strategies. I felt so bad, because it's just like I feel like a crap parent, honestly, but he's like, no. So what he said was like, think of it as like a three-legged stool. You have the medicine, you have the therapy, and then you have the parental guidance slash support kind of thing from the parents, helping with the routines and things like that. So he goes, you can't just treat one side, you got to treat it all. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to work with all three. We're changing our strategies to help with them, because like growing up, for example, with Michael, with that kid, when he was a toddler, routine was the thing. You know how they're like saying children thrive on routine? He was the golden child for that. Like you cannot, if you decide to kind of just go away from the routine, he flips out and freaks out, and it takes forever to calm him down on that. So you have to like make him aware that things are going to change. He does not like change. And he's still like this to this day. Like he's still to an extent like that. It's gotten a lot better, but you have to make him aware that things are going to change and that what's going to happen, because you have to give him a list. Um, but basically, uh, but yeah, basically, I'm supposed to write down for him like what we're going to be doing for the day, what our next activity is, so that way he can process everything and won't freak out as much anymore. So we're going to back to routines with him. And then with like Jaina, it's just like it's with her. She just has one type of ADHD, and with Michael, he has a combination of it. So, and I had a feeling with Jaina, it was just like he's like inattentive with her, and then with Michael, it was like hyperactive, inattentive. I think it was like a combination of all three, is what he said. But with Jaina, it was just she has a hard time paying attention. And we started the medicine this Saturday. Haven't seen a change yet, but we were told that it's a low dosage. We may not see a change at all. We want to get them used to it, and we may, if we do see any changes, it will be within the week, and everything. And it's going to last for 12 hours. So we'll give it to them like once a day, which is, early in the morning before they go to school. So, and to keep an eye out on the side effects. Some of it was like, which is fun. This is funny because my husband commented this to the doctor, was like, stomach ache and headaches. And my husband's like, they already get that all the time at school because of all these stomach bugs. And he's like, now we're going to be questioning, is it a stomach bug or is it the medicine? And then the last thing, which we have seen, which is a loss of appetite. And with Gina, that's not a good thing when it's a loss of appetite. So he's like he tried to encourage them to make sure that they eat at school, to make sure that, even if they don't feel hungry, to try and eat during a school lunch. I don't know if they are. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, we're starting off with that. Fingers crossed that things will go well. Hopefully we will. And I definitely want to make sure that we get their anxiety worked on as well, because I feel bad because I am a very anxious person. Like, I know that they got that from me for sure, because holy cow, I have a lot of paranoia and fears, and like I question everything and go into like what if scenarios, to the point where my husband's like, you need to take a step back and breathe. And I just feel bad because like Michael's definitely got that for me, like, and Jana's like definitely with her anxiety, it's like school based and everything, and I don't blame them because of how, especially what happened yesterday at school for them. They've been getting bullied, Michael more so than Jana, and Jana's a social butterfly, so she's able to kind of shrug it off a bit more. Michael's been having a hard time making friends, especially since, he's a boy, and we live in the South, and stereotypes are, as it is down here, unfortunately. If you guys have any disagreements, please don't come for me, okay? It's just that a lot of people have an opinion of what boys are supposed to like and what boys aren't supposed to like down here, and Michael doesn't fit that stereotype very well, like what boys are supposed to do. He's not a very active kid. He loves to run around. He loves to play. He loves a lot of the boys' stuff. But he's also he's a very smart kid, so he's kind of on the nerdier end. And he's not as fast as most of the guys around here. And I don't let him play with anyone in the neighborhood because of how the kids are. I don't know if it's a catch-22 or because I don't let them play, so it just makes it worse or what, but I have a feeling that no matter what, it was just because of how Nicole got treated. The kids here are just grade grade A holes. I hate saying that about a child, but they are. The way a lot of these kids are, they are complete jerks, and I don't want my kids to, learn that behavior. And because I've noticed that they adopted some of it, I'm like, nope, we're gonna nip that in the bud real quick. I do not want the kids acting like that. But two boys were just making fun of Michael because there's a game that's called the Cheese Touch, and the twins love to play this game at home, but Michael wasn't able to catch everyone. It's kind of like a version of tag, I think. And they started making fun of him, and then Jana tried to stand up for him, and other kids kind of was like making fun of her for having such a loser brother kind of thing, and it was just like, it's just been very hurtful. And they said that there was some other stuff that the kids said that, but they don't want to tell us. So I'm just, I don't know what to do with them. Because as much as I would like to homeschool, I don't think I can handle doing homeschool. I remember how e-learning was and how much of a hassle it was to get Jana on track. She cannot do e-learning. But I don't want them to be away from us kids either, even though I don't want them to hang out with these kids, to be honest. But yeah, it's one of those days. So Michael's like, I don't want to go back to school anymore. I don't like school, and I just feel bad for him. So we're just trying to figure out our options. My husband's like, one of the options is we should just move, which isn't a bad idea considering he's all for moving, but it's just like, it's just so expensive. I mean, like, I don't think we can get a good profit on this house. Like, where do we move? That kind of stuff. He's been like looking at stuff going, we could move there, we can move there. And like, I know it's not happening anytime soon. Not in any kind of scenario soon, but it's nice to think about, I guess, especially if we can find a good school and that the place that we go to has a really nice program where we can have the kids do like activities. And I think that's my diamond paintings coming in. I think that is. I saw a car, the FedEx truck pull up near my house, so I'm like, yeah, I think it is. I'm pretty sure my husband will get the door. I'll stay up here. I don't want to bother him if he's sleeping. So, let's see. So yeah, it's field trip today. They're supposed to do a lot of activities, and it's their birthday today as well. So the kids are super excited. They couldn't sleep very well last night about the fact that it was their birthday. We had to try and get them to calm down. We're like, hey, I know you really are excited about your birthday, but think about this. If you don't go to sleep, you're going to be very grumpy, and you won't be able to focus on all the fun stuff you get to do today. So you probably should get some sleep. And that seemed to help a little bit, but I think Jana stayed up a little too late, to be honest. But yeah, so that's a lot of stuff. Let's see. This weekend, Michael lost his tooth in the most interesting of ways. I want to take another sip of coffee. So he took it. He was running around, and I was up here. I was diamond painting because my husband was being very nice and told me to go upstairs, and he would watch the kids and everything. And I was like, sure, cool, thanks, like that. So I'm up here, and then I just hear screaming, and it's not like crying screaming for once, but it was just more of an excited yell. And he comes running upstairs, and it's like, I lost a tooth, I lost a tooth, I lost a tooth. And it was just like, well, he didn't lose a tooth just yet, but it was like he came upstairs, mouth just completely bloodied, and I'm just like, what the heck happened? And from what he told me is he was running around and fell, and his knee hit his mouth, and it jostled his loose tooth enough to, instead of just being loose, to be dangly. I'm sorry if this is disgusting to some of you guys. but he wouldn't sit still long enough because he had to go all the way back downstairs to yell to his daddy, saying how he lost a tooth and everything. And it was like trying to get his attention to, stay still. And he was like, I can't get it out. I can't get it out. I'm like, let me just look at it. Let's clean up your face and let's just look at it. And I literally grabbed the tissue paper and I just touched it and it fell out. It was that loose. It was just like, okay, all right. But yeah, he decided he wanted to have a sleepover that night with his sister because of how excited he was. So he did get that. He got to sleep on the floor, and everything. Sorry. I am trying to stay away from the... I hope they didn't deliver it at the wrong house, because they didn't come to my house. Maybe it's a different FedEx. I don't see my phone saying that there was a delivery, so we'll just wait. I'm all like, did they deliver? I'm trying to look over there to see if there's like a package over at the neighbor's house. It's Diamond Heart Club, because I know they don't have that. But yeah, he got his Tooth Fairy money from the Tooth Fairy. Luckily, this time around, the Tooth Fairy did not forget. Well, the Tooth Fairy did forget until 2 a.m. in the morning, and then went, oh shoot, I need to go get the money, and came back. So yeah, the Tooth Fairy had to do a lot of up and down on the stairs and hope that no children was awake. But Tooth Fairy remembered right at the last second. There's been a couple of close calls where the Tooth Fairy has done that. Let's see. What else has happened? Oh, we're gonna still talk about Michael a little bit, so because this child. Before I talk about the rest of this week, because he's been a diva, which is unusual for him. This is literally like day one of his medicine. Like, so I don't think it's the medicine. He hasn't done it since. But it was just like, Sunday my husband decided to take them all out to go play. And before that happened, something happened to Michael where he hurt the top of his foot. Fair enough. Foot hurts, all that fun stuff. But the problem was, he was fine for most of the day. Like, after he hurt his foot, right? No complaints about it at all. I even got a picture of him and Jaina, like, running around at the playground, just having a blast. So, no complaints about this foot, right? Come home. We got dinner. My husband got some takeout, so we got some dinner. And he starts going, oh, my foot hurts. I can't walk around it. And he just starts limping, just all over the place. Oh, it hurts, I'm like, okay, well, let's just take it easy. Let's get a shower in because, hey, you smell since you played all day. And he starts screaming because he put all of his weight on that one foot, and he's just like, I can't stand anymore. It hurts. Like, dramatics. To the point my husband's like, okay, let's just draw you a bath, okay? Let's just, do that and everything. And that's what we did. Okay, you think we would be done with that, right? That, after all that, we calmed him down. He got to bed after everything. We would be done, right? I already have trouble sleeping as it is. It takes me a while to go to sleep. It takes even longer if I have issues going to sleep because of something. So, with that being said, I was already staying up way too late as it was. Downstairs, I was trying to cross stitch and catch up on my stitch along, and I noticed the time. I'm like, oh, I should just go upstairs and get ready for bed, and I couldn't go to sleep, so I stayed up a little bit, just browsing on my phone. I even did a little bit of diamond painting for a moment, but couldn't do too much because I didn't want to make a lot of noise. And then I laid down, and I'm starting to nod off. It's like 2 in the morning at this point. Okay, I'm nodding off, and I hear a noise. Right. I'm not fully asleep, so I'm not in that stage of sleep. I hear a noise, and I look, and there's Michael crawling into my room. So it's not child size height, it's like this lower size height. And I jerk a bit, and I'm like, what? Like, and he's like, basically, his foot hurts so much, he crawled his way past the bathroom to my room. This reminds me of how he was a toddler, where he would run to my room to go, I gotta go potty. And then it's like, okay, well, go potty. You just ran past it, like that. So it reminded me of those days. Anyway, he goes, I need help going to the bathroom. I need you to carry me. So I helped him up, got him to the bathroom. I told him to use the counter as basically a balance and then go to bed. I was like, whatever, right? I hear him go use the restroom and everything. I'm like thinking, he is throwing the dramatics because, there's nothing wrong with his foot. He's already, he's been acting like this. He was fine. He was playing at recess and everything. Well, I mean, playing at the playground and nothing was wrong. And now all of a sudden this foot's hurting. But then I hear him go to the bathroom. I hear him go to bed. I start I'm awake again, so I'm starting to try and nod off. I can't nod off. And then I finally do at 4:00 in the morning. I'm like starting to nod off. I'm like I'm in that stage of like where you're almost completely asleep, and then I hear rustling, and I'm like, what was that? And then, like in my brain, I open my eyes and I just see this thing on the floor, and he's crab walking, and and then he's all like, you scared me, mommy. I was like, oh, it's him. But I was just like, I was in heart attack mode. I'm like, holy cow, because it was just like this thing crawling towards me, like as a crab walk. I'm like, because I can't see anything. I'm blind as a bat without my glasses. And then I'm like, what's going on? I need to go use the restroom and I can't get up. So I'm trying to get him to stand up, and he just starts screaming. And I'm like, shh, don't wake up everyone, Like, he's screeching, going, it hurts, like that. And I'm like, Michael, stop, take deep breaths, chill. And it's like, it hurt. And I'm like, okay, you are definitely a cranky kid, And I'm like, all right, calm down. Let's, and I'm trying to lift him up, and I have bad wrists, guys. I can't lift past 5 pounds, and I'm like trying not to drop him, and hook him underneath my arm so I can get him to the bathroom. And then I told him to hold on to the counter, and he does that and everything. And then I lead him up back to his bed, and I'm like, okay, do you think you can try to sleep? I'm like, all right. I'm glad. Okay, that's good, right? And I'm pretty sure most of you are like, well, he must be really hurting if he's screeching like that and everything, and he's been throwing that much of a fit. He must really hurt, right? So I stayed up till 6:30 in the morning at this point because I'm just like, I'm wide awake. Crab Michael has kept me awake now. I can't sleep because that thing's going to come crawling to me in my dreams. But no, so I texted my husband. I waited till as late as possible until and text my husband saying, I didn't sleep well, I want to go to sleep now, like that. And he's like, okay. And I woke him up accidentally. So no, at around 7:30 in the morning, Michael runs down the stairs perfectly okay. His foot hurts no longer. I'm like, yeah, see, I was correct. I knew he was fine. I don't know what was going on in his head, but I was just too tired to deal with it, and I know that was probably not the best way I went with it, but yeah, I was just like, I wasn't ready for any of that, so brain just went. But yeah, I had that. That was kind of scary, guys. I don't wanna deal with that ever again. I don't want Crab Michael coming into my room, scaring me awake. um, but uh, but yeah, that was not a fun night. And then I heard my husband telling the kids to shh, be quiet and everything because I haven't had a good night's sleep because of all of this. I was trying to get some sleep, and they weren't being very quiet, so I decided to just go ahead and start my day. I did get a nap later on, which was really nice of him, to try and catch up on sleep. So I gotten 4 hours from 6:30 to 10:30, and then I got in like maybe an hour and a half after that. And then I had another horrible night. I did not sleep at all, like until I think if I remember correctly, it was 3 hours of sleep. I woke up on Monday. I was like with 3 hours of sleep, and I was just like, I'm so exhausted. I didn't sleep at all. I didn't nap at all that day. Oh, correction, I did nap. I went back to bed because Nicole was sick on Monday. Um, Wait, no, Nicole was sick yesterday. I didn't nap at all yesterday. Monday. I mean, yesterday I zoned out. I was done. Um, but yeah, I stayed up all the way until till 11 o'clock that night, and then fell asleep, and I slept like a log after that. I didn't sleep very well last night again, so I'm like, yay! My dad's insomnia is now my insomnia. um, Let me see what's the next color. but um, but yeah, let's see. So this week's a busy week. I mentioned this before. I got the kid's birthday to work on. I have to start working on the birthday cake. Oh, the FedEx truck has come back. Or is it a different one? um, so we have the kids' birthdays today. I was supposed to go get strawberries earlier this week or yesterday, but we couldn't do that because Nicole was home. So my husband did that for me, which is really nice. He's going to be going to Publix in just a little bit. I'm going to see if I can come with him unless I just start working on the strawberry stuff. But the kids want a strawberry cake. They want strawberry flavor cake. And no disrespect, but I don't do the gelatin stuff. I don't do any of the Jello or anything like that for the strawberry cake. If I'm making that, I'm making it from scratch, which is what I did when Nicole was like 3 years old. And I haven't made one since because it's just such a pain in the butt to do. But I'm going to blend up the strawberries. He gotten fresh strawberries, and they're it's just this bucket, and it was just like, it's a huge bucket of strawberries that we got from the farmer's market. And excuse me, oh my goodness. I'm going to blend it up. I'm going to put some sugar in it. I'm going to reduce it, kind of make like a jam, kind of Jello jam thing. It's not like technically, it's just going to be like a sweet little filling. And then what I'm going to do is put it into the cake mix that I'll make from scratch. And that way it's not going to make the cake look like gray, and it won't be weird tasting or anything like that. And then I will also put it into the frosting. I'm making some buttercream frosting. And if there's ever any left over of that, I'll also make it, I'll also use it as a filling in between the cake layers. I've done that once, so it'll be tasty if I get this all done correctly. And it's going to be a multi-day process because I have to make this stuff today. Let that cool for, they say 24 hours, but I could use it anytime beforehand. But then I'm going to do that today. I'm going to make the cakes tomorrow. And then I'm going to work on making the frosting either the day of on Saturday or on Friday, and put the whole thing together. Um, I don't like trying to make the cake all at once. I did that with Nicole's this year, with Nicole's birthday. Like I did her cake all at once, and it's just such a stressful. It's too stressful to do. I can't handle it. So I'm not gonna do that again. I'm gonna go back to my multi-day process. But yeah, the twins wanted a strawberry flavored Kirby themed cake. They wanted the cake to look like Kirby. I can't promise them that I can make it look like Kirby. I really can't. I don't have that kind of skill in me, and with my hands the way they are right now, I don't think I can do that very well. So, but I can definitely promise them a delicious cake. But yeah, so we're going to be working on that this week. My husband's going to go to Publix today. I don't know if I have the time to go with him. It sounds like he's actually leaving right now, to be honest. But we're getting the kids their birthday dinners. Let's see. Oh, I just got an email. From I almost said school. From the school. Hold on. Let me look for just a minute. Out of camera. That's not a good thing whenever I get something from the school district. Okay, it doesn't involve them. Good. It said water outage. I was like, oh boy, and I didn't know if we had to go pick them up or anything like that. But anyway, he's going to Publix. He's going to get sushi since like Publix on Wednesdays, unless it's changed because it's been over a year. They have like a sale on sushi, and Michael wanted sushi, but Jana wanted Five Guys. So what we're going to do is do Five Guys on the weekend because what we're doing is like a movie night, and today we're going to just get sushi and he's going to pick up some sweet stuff for them too. So I don't have to like make a second sweet thing, which is really nice of him. But yeah, he's going to do all that for me, and he's picking that stuff up because originally we were going to just make mac and cheese. But then they are kind of argued about what flavor that they want, so what kind of food they want. They originally both went, we want McDonald's, and we're like, and I told my husband that they were going to pick McDonald's, and he was like, no, they won't. They would not do that. I'm like, just you watch. They're going to pick McDonald's, and I was correct. They picked McDonald's first, and my husband was like, not sewer trash. He was like, yeah, that's what they picked, sewer trash. You should know better. He goes, I was hoping that they would pick other restaurants, and that's when I started naming other restaurants, and then that's when they're, oh yeah, we didn't realize we could choose other stuff. But yeah, he's going to do that now, so guess I'm staying home. I guess I'll start working on the strawberry stuff then. I hope he pulled the blender out because I can't lift it, or else I'm gonna have to use the little small one that we have for smoothie making that I drink out of if I make smoothies. We'll see, we shall see. Okay, so yeah, we got that going on. We have a performance thing for all three of the kids tomorrow. That's after school. So I got to figure out a quick and easy dinner thing. And the worst part is, it's a 3-hour thing. Like it has all of the grades. So it's like pre-K all the way up to 5th grade. The worst part is the twins' performance is like right at the beginning of everything, and then Nicole, she has it right at the end. So we're like, do we go and then leave and then go again, or what? So we're trying to figure that one out. Excuse me. And then of course I have my dental appointment on Friday. So I gotta get that ready to go and deal with that. And then also start prepping and cleaning around the house as well to get ready for the weekend. For the whole party. Well, not party. It's not really a party, but just basically getting ready for the movie night because, like I said, we got that new TV, and we're gonna try and I don't know if we can, my husband's going to look up, see if we can stream the new Mario movie that came out. We're going to do that, and see if we can do that so that way the kids can have like all the junk food. We're gonna like junk food out. It's like one of the few times that they get to do something like that. So we're gonna buy like some mozzarella sticks. We're gonna buy some chicken nuggets. We're gonna maybe like, of course they're getting their Five Guys. Later on that day, we're going to get kind of movie themed snacks and popcorn, and they're going to actually be allowed to have soda, so that they're excited about that. They're excited about having soda. We don't do soda very often. To them, fizzy water is a special treat, so they're really excited about that, and I'm kind of excited too, especially with something brand new and they get to just sit there and enjoy everything. So I'm hoping that they'll have fun with that. And then, let's see, what other stuff? I'll let you guys know. I'll definitely post a picture of the cake next week. Because when I'm editing this video, I'm not going to have that cake done until Friday or Saturday. That's for sure. But I did get them excited today. I wrapped their presents earlier, and I left it on the table at breakfast time. So they were just staring at it going, is that my gift? Because I didn't put their names on it. I got them a couple of books, and Jana wanted a Rainbow High doll, and Michael surprised me by asking for a basketball, over-the-door basketball hoop. And I was just like, really? You want that? Because he's, like I mentioned before, he doesn't really like do sports or anything like that, but he wanted that. And I'm like, okay, we'll get you that, My husband decided that wasn't enough for some reason, and he got like a couple of fuzzy socks for them because they've been wanting fuzzy socks, even though now we're entering summer. So they got some fuzzy socks, and then he got Michael a Kirby plushie, since, we love Kirby, guys. He's obsessed with Kirby. And I don't know if he wanted to get the new game. I was like, that's getting a little expensive, hun. He wanted to get them bikes, but we kind of changed our mind with how the children are acting around here. I've already put my foot down and said no more going to the park in this area. If we go to the playground, it's gotta be outside the neighborhood. We're not doing the neighborhood park anymore with how the kids are acting. Because last time when that happened, Michael got screamed at by a couple of middle schoolers, and they were trying to make him say some not very nice words that thankfully he listened to me and not repeat any of that stuff. And Nicole was there. Nicole was being the big sister and watching over her siblings, and told me all about it when she got home, like saying what was happening. So I was like, no more of going there. We're not doing that anymore. And I'm just worried because that one boy that picks on Michael in his class lives on this street. And if we buy a bike and we actually let Michael have some free reign, I can see that kid taking that bike from Michael and not letting him have it at all. And the parents not, doing jack about it, because we've gone to parents before when the kids did some nasty stuff to Nicole, and they've done nothing at all. Like, we have a neighbor just like a few houses down. Their kids were picking on our kids when they were on the bus, and we had enough and went to their house, and we got, okay, we'll talk to them. Never didn't do anything, so it's just like, well, crud, I'm sorry to leave that on a sour note. I hope I'm sorry about that, guys. It's just a little disheartening about that, but I'm trying to keep their spirits up as much as I can. But I am going to wrap it up here because it's definitely getting late. If he has left to go to the store, that means that it's getting close to pick them up afterwards. So I definitely want to make sure I have I'm ahead of schedule for everything. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!